Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TheVoiceCast, where we take a look at your favorite anime characters and figure out which voice actors play them the best, the worst, and the weirdest. I'm your host, Justin, and with me always is Will.
Tony Goss, everyone. It is I, the Will.
And we also have the Dad with us for the third out of fourth time, returning from his time at the dick measuring contest. How did that go for you, sir?
Look, there was a lot of good champions here. We had a lot of fair play. We actually did not seem to have the usual amounts of cheating that we normally get, in which a gentleman tries to replace his dong with a sausage. Very embarrassing last year on that front, though. We think we have moved on from that incident and are trying to better the community as a whole, though. I still got second place, so I'm okay.
As a judge, it's very particular for a judge to be participating. Also, I'm glad to hear that there was more fair play than foreplay.
I mean, come on. It is a dick measuring contest. You have to be a dick.
They were being a good sport for this lore that we made up.
Look, if there's anything I'm actually legitimately decent at, is improvisation.
Actually, it's funny. I've just started to watch J.G. Quintel's new show, Close Enough.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's good, but there's this one part that's surprisingly relevant to this conversation where there are these clowns who are so flexible with their dicks that they're able to make their dicks like balloon animals, and it's like,
oh wait, no, let me actually tell the joke, because the joke is beautiful. So it cuts to a flashback. This guy's at a group of clowns. He's like, I bet you can't make a giraffe. So you see the shadow effects as Ozzy's doing with his dick, and it's like, hey, that's a puppy, and the clown's like, wait for it. And you slowly see the neck of the animal rising upwards. It is absolutely fantastic. If you haven't seen the new show yet, first thing that throws me out still is just finding out that it's still Mordecai, but now he's a human and has an actual wife and a real life and everything. It's kind of weird.
Which is funny because that is J.G. Quintel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, we are on the final part of our Batman month, looking out for all, give or take, 40 voice actors who have portrayed Batman over the years. And I guess let's get right into it. Justice League, the Flashpoint Paradox, where we're talking about not Bruce Wayne, but actually this is an alternate timeline where Joe Chill kills Bruce and Martha Wayne, leaving Tom their distress, and ends up taking the cowl, and he's voiced by Kevin McKidd.
Who are you? I said, who the hell are you? Bruce is dead. I watched him die. You have 9 more fingers. I suggest you tell me how you found out about me. I used to be a doctor. Mention my dead son again, and I will break out my surgical instruments. He hates you. So much he'll destroy everything to kill you. But his psychosis requires that you know he's responsible. You'd be amazed at the monsters this world can create.
Kevin McKidd, who most people would actually know him as Soap McTavish from the Call of Duty Modern Warfare series.
Yes, I do, actually. Wait, I thought the plot line for Flashpoint was in the alternate universe, they only killed Bruce, and then Thomas became Batman.
Yeah, no, they only killed Bruce. Martha became the Joker because she didn't like how the cops couldn't find the person who murdered her son. She became the villain because she was racked with grief, and she was upset that the law system couldn't help her. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have Thomas Wayne, who decided to take law into his own hands.
And it was an interesting dichotomy, because somebody pointed out that, like, hey, now we have a legitimate reason why we don't have the Joker dying, is because, hey, I just saw, if I shoot my wife, she's dead, then I'm just more sad.
Yeah, no, they don't want to hurt each other, and they want the same goal, but the way they're achieving those goals are one and the same, but also significantly different.
First, I want to talk about the actor himself. Dude is very Scottish.
I love the comics. I was telling you that I painted actually a mural of Batman on my bedroom wall. I took the front cover of a DC comic that I had and blew it up to my entire bedroom wall and had Batman looming over me for about 6 years as a teenager, to the point it became such a talking point in my hometown that all the little kids would stand up on my front wall and try and see this Batman. So my relationship with Batman has been a long one.
Very, very deeply Scottish. Like the kind of way where Chris Evans is surprisingly Brooklyny in his accent. Just the kind of... not only in terms of voice acting, where he's known as being also Jess Torrent in GTA Vice City, and also the MacGuffins in Brave, he's also known for playing the character Dr. Owen Hunt on Grey's Anatomy. And the reason why I bring that up is because he does an American accent that is practically unrecognizable from how he sounds. And
yeah, it's not...
Oh, so a true Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. That's just me.
Hugh Laurie's American voice, and you hear his original voice when he was on, like, Blackadder. Holy shit, night and day.
Oh, absolutely. But every now and again, Hugh Laurie will slip up, and you can kind of hear it, and you can kind of tell he kind of disguises it with that gravelly tone. Or, I can't remember the gentleman's name now. Did you guys ever watch Frasier?
Yeah, I love Frasier.
Frasier's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is he British?
And you find he is.
Really?
And he apparently he was the one that actually taught the voice the actress for Daphne how to speak British.
Huh.
She's incredibly American, like apple pie American. And he actually appeared in an episode of Simpsons where he saw show Bob's father using his actual British voice, and it's kind of stunning.
Oh yeah, that whole Sideshow Bob family is just a Frasier reunion.
Mm-hmm.
It's fantastic, and I love that joke. We are getting off topic here. Oh man, I'm just thinking about Silk McTavish. How dare you?
So, we were actually just talking about Onward on Fandom Fathers podcast, which is, what do you call it again?
It's called The Real Dead Hours, in which I just pull up random topics off the internet and we discuss them, and they usually don't go anywhere because we ramble on about other things. And then,
hello, I'm the conductor of the train, but I'm on the wrong schedule.
Yeah, that's basically our podcast. And then it usually caps off with me eating something disgusting. I complain about it, and then we sign off from there.
Yeah. So we were talking about Onward, and Tom Holland in that movie is not very good because it's just very bland. I feel like that these actors with these accents do have kind of a default American way of speaking, but it's so nice to hear that not only does Kevin McKidd have a great American accent, but he makes it still sound distinct as something all his own anyway.
Yeah, no, he sticks to... The thing is, I think he actually does the standard of Kevin Conroy better than Kevin Conroy.
I mean, this is probably the oldest Batman that we're talking about here, and he still sounds stoic, but he also still sounds very old. He sounds tired. He has the weight of the world on his shoulder. You can debate
he sounds
that
motivated.
You can debate
motivated.
Yeah. Despite all of this, you can debate he has more on his shoulders compared to Bruce because he also had to deal with his wife being his arch rival.
That
and
is
going
true.
Fuck nuts insane.
Also, I love that there's a bit of a New York accent in there, something that no other Batman has ever done.
Right?
You know, I'm just imagining Batman now with the most stereotypical New Yorker accent.
Hey, tell me where the Joker is, right? Bust your kneecaps.
Yeah, basically that. Just, you know, when they made the Joseph Joestar jokes, so it's like how he's a New Yorker, it's like just that level of bad New Yorker accent. I wanted to do that. Hey,
Cesarino.
Hey, buddy, where the other drugs at?
Still one of my... I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but Father, have you ever seen the show Ugly Americans?
I have, and I'm sad that I can't find legal copies of it in the wild.
One of my favorite jokes in that show is when a dude is trying to distract the main character, and he's like, "Hey, look over there, over here."
The fuck, the devil that's trying to pawn off his kid before it turns into him. It's also where we get flaming lactating nipples, giant barbed chest cocks.
That doesn't shock me anymore. I've been watching too much of Adult Swim.
That's still like my favorite. Hey, would you mind wearing a diaper? Suck my balls!
Why is that so funny to me? It's so...
Because the way they say it, suck my balls!
The delivery's so perfect and so full, just like, suck my balls!
Also
it's so
York,
matter of fact.
It's also a New York thing to say.
It's so matter of fact. There is nothing but confidence in a line like that.
It's kind of beautiful when you get down to it.
Hey, do you know how to get to Broadway? Suck my balls!
No, you forgot the other important detail here that I have to bring up because I think it's hilarious. He was actually in the Percy Jackson movie.
Oh, okay.
I expected a bigger reaction because Percy Jackson was just I tried watching that one, and yeah, that is not...
I tried reading it and I wanted to burn the book.
I don't think.
Yeah, my best friend in high school was not a huge fan.
No.
I'm not one of those kind of guys who watch the fantasy. I still haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
Same. Don't feel bad.
Change. That's actually really good.
But no, I don't feel bad about Percy Jackson because it feels it's fine. It's a young adult book. I tried watching the movie though, and I could definitely see why people did not like the movie because wow, that is not a very good movie.
Young adult fantasy is sin.
Well, I think part of it is just the Kristen Stewart problem of let's have an absolute blank slate of a character to be the person you slip into, but they have no agency, no interest, nothing to work off of. So they just stand around going blank eye, going, wow.
I love Plastic Spoon. They make perfect hats.
Will, I'm very concerned about you, but that's another podcast.
Are you hosting a mentally ill podcast, Father?
Well,
that is us, you dipshit.
I mean, I think that was basically a real dead hours for the last podcast, considering all the rants we went on.
But yeah, speaking of concern, now we're talking about something to watch out for.
I'm not done yet with McKidd,
Beware
actually.
the bat.
Oh.
I'm actually not.
Oh, fuck.
I'm actually not done with McKidd.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You
ruined my clever segue.
I'll let you do it again. You brought up Kevin Conroy. He sounded like a better Kevin Conroy. And what I love, something else I like about this is that Kevin Conroy is the original Batman at the start and end of this movie. They could have so easily have just had Kevin Conroy voice Thomas Wayne again. But they decided to give it more flavor by giving a completely different actor a shot in order to show that distinctness and separation of the character.
That
was an absolutely good call there. But let's go back to that clever segue.
I was fucking ruined by our master of ceremonies over here.
Get fucked. Now I have to cut off my own shit because it's awkward.
No, keep it
in. The awkward makes it better.
It just shows how competent I am. It shows to continue how competent I am at segues.
I hate you guys.
I know, right?
But yeah, Anthony, Beware the Batman, 2013, Batman voiced by Anthony Ruivivar, who would only be a voice actor or voice work otherwise. Only voices Nighthawk from Avengers Assemble.
No, I am Justice. You boys might want to find another career. I don't think art is going to pan out. Say hi to Gotham PD for me. Have a nice night. Don't hurt your brain trying to understand. I want you conscious when I take you down. Once you cross that line, you can't go back. It happens. That doesn't justify murder.
I didn't have a choice.
You always have a choice. You can save lives, or you can take them.
I don't need an ethics lesson from a nut dressed up like a bat.
Too bad. You just got one.
In this movie, he voices both Thomas Wayne and Bruce
Wayne.
Yeah,
you're not kidding. This is I don't remember the show, but this is a very unusual art style.
I watched it with well, first of all, it's 3D, Father. Just
yeah, but this looks like and you said this is 2013 because this looks like really mid 2000 CG.
Yeah, it looks right at home with the Green Lantern CGI show.
Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? It has one good thing. It does have Cree Summer.
Cree Summer is always so welcome.
I could spend like a good 5 minutes talking about how great Cree Summer is, but I won't because it's not that kind of podcast today.
No, it's mainly because we're not covering her.
I had not watched this show before this, so I watched it with my girlfriend, and she was just we watched through 3 episodes because she was just like, okay, let's keep going. And I love it. It's a good time. The action is great. Like, so incredibly well directed.
I think it was Val Kilmer who had that serious-sounding Batman. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What are you talking about?
In the live action, Val Kilmer? That was the one where Seal did Kiss by a Rose, the Tim Burton film?
I think both the Tim Burtons were Michael Keaton.
Sorry, Michael Keaton then. It has a very Michael Keaton sound to it with how serious it is. And it's got that live action movie feel to it when I hear him talk.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Okay, I see what he means, though.
I also think it really channels Reno Romano because it is just like the Batman. This is a much younger take on the character.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, what's the deal with the whole Alfred thing? He's like in his 50s now?
I believe so.
I don't...
Just really too young to be?
I don't know.
That's weird. A young Alfred is still a bizarre concept.
Yeah, he doesn't look old at all.
Then again, so does at the same time, I hate when people write Sherlock Holmes stories and they make Watson too young. It's like, no, don't make Watson young. Then again, I am a Puritan of both Sherlock and Watson being older men.
That's fair. I mean, having more of that intelligence in them.
That, no, and going back to Sherlock Holmes and reading the original books, their banter and their... Literally, it's a matter of them just be like, yeah, no, the reason why we like each other is because we leave each other alone to our own devices, but when we talk intellectually. But other than that, Watson's fucking bitches and Sherlock's being a creeper in his own room.
Okay.
Ranting to himself.
Okay.
Something about this show that is surprising to me is that this was the last Batman TV series to have been made at this time. There have been 7 years with no new Batman shows.
Huh. It's one of those things that I guess you don't think about until you have to.
No, it's because the DC block got shut down with this Cartoon Network. Don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Also, the director of this show was really complaining about the whole action in animation is dead, which I completely agree with.
No, guys, you gotta make room for like 3 more hours of Teen Titans Go, and
Save that for later.
Wait, no, this is 2013. This is, I think, where they're doing that big live action push for every kid show.
No, that was a bit earlier. I think that was more like 2008.
Yeah, that was 2008 when that was during the timeline of Chowder, and that was when all the buffers got replaced with those little fucking vinyl figurines that they splatter paint on them and they turn to real people. That was also when Out of Jimmy's Head was a thing, and Destroy, Build, Destroy.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean, because they had a bunch of those for they had 3 different live action shows, and
it was also when Total Drama Island wasn't shit.
I've never seen it.
It's what you would expect out of a bunch of Canadians.
Okay. I
Shots fired, Canada!
Look, Will,
your turn.
If you be nice to Canada, they will grant us gifts of poutine and also Kinder Eggs, and I want one of those things. It's the Kinder Eggs.
It better be poutine. Damn! Now we're gonna have vocal violence civil war. Team Poutine versus Team Kinder Eggs.
Yeah, the problem is poutine's not that good. Kinder Eggs, though.
Kinder is bad chocolate.
Okay.
Nestle is bad chocolate. Hershey is bad chocolate.
So first
Cadbury,
of all,
all the way.
First of all, that's because it's the U.S. one. You're thinking of Kinder Joy.
No. All
okay,
Kinder
I'm coming over.
bad.
Hang on, I'm getting up here. I'm getting up here to fight you. Okay, just let me.
Just remember, my mom's name is Joe. Is your mom's name Joe too? So we can have that stupid fucking orphan thing like Superman versus Batman.
Why did you say that name?
That was my mom's name. My mom's name was Martha too.
Dumb as shit. Did I tell you guys I laughed out loud in the theater when I heard that?
I did too.
I never actually watched Batman v Superman, so I just said
Good, you
just
saved
yelled
3 hours.
Gay!
Of
not entirely. I subscribe to Movie Bob, so I actually listened to his.
Movie Blob, the game overeater.
Well, okay, I will defend him on his, he did a whole, 3-hour video on breaking down why Batman v Superman was awful.
Anyone could have told you that.
Yeah, a 3-hour video of watching Batman v Superman, it's just the movie's right there, and you can just watch it for yourself.
You can watch the movie twice over in the allotted 3-hour time span.
You know what I never understood about the director's cut is that people were like, oh, this will definitely make the movie look better. But it's like, my problem with the movie is that it was boring. So adding more shit to it would not make it better for me.
Cough, Lord of the Rings, cough.
Well, the big argument was that, I was like, oh, the extra 15 minutes will add context to the boring. Cool.
Yeah, enough, a little less context about Batman series itself. And Anthony's fucking performance in this was amazing.
It's great. I haven't seen a lot of... Honestly, I think that the talking stuff is a little bit boring in this. I was really going on through the action of this show, which, again, is very well directed. Also, stellar
when I hear beware the bat, I expect better action sequences.
Yeah.
Rather than don't mind the bat.
Although, I don't know, I found the style of this show kind of underwhelming.
The bat, the way people look, it looks like if you take the character model for Woody from Toy Story, slim down the face, and then give that to everyone. It looks like everyone's just made out of the same material that they used to make Woody.
Well, that and the world itself.
Right.
I mean, you have styles like...
Also, Batman's nose looks flat. Like, it goes outwards a little bit and then straight down. Like a beak.
Yeah, you could poke balloons with that thing.
Honk honk.
Well, what I'm saying
Any last words about...
Nice fucking model.
So, the animated series had that great kind of washed out charcoal how the hell do you describe it? It's like the dark
charcoal slate gray.
Dark light style to it. The Batman has that sleek blue, and Brave and the Bold has that classic comic aesthetic. This one, maybe it's because it is CG, but it's kind of lacking a style of the world all its own to me.
It's just black and different shades of black.
Yeah, I just see Gotham
Which in actuality is just varying shades of purple and gray.
You see the opening where it's him with the black silhouette, which looks great, and I think that it's going for that, kind of more the Batman Beyond thing.
And no, it's just latex. It's just like charcoal latex.
Yeah, it's like a gimmick. Although, I do respect that this show is trying to give more shoutouts to the lesser-known villain. Joker's not in this show at all.
I love it. Or I did love it.
Yeah, I need to watch more of it. I know my girlfriend's gonna be wanting to watch more
Although
of it.
looking at Katana in the series, I get reminded of Chopsaki Chooks, and then I have very, very bad war flashbacks.
Oh, really? I like that show.
I didn't. Alright, now shut your yaps. Let's talk about Yap.
The police are battling Bane outside the city. I need your help stopping the Joker from releasing his laughing gas in Gotham City.
Martin Yap from the Batman Laser
Challenge,
terrible which was a theme park ride.
Well, specifically, it was an attraction at Holiday Inns. It was like, you're put in a room with all these lasers, don't walk through the lasers, go to the other side of the room, press buttons on the walls, and you defeat the Joker.
No, I'm honestly more curious about all of that versus the actual voice acting.
Well, I'll tell you this. He sounds like he's holding in a dump. I'm just gonna say that right here.
Well, I mean, if no matter even if you get a really amazing voice actor, if you got Kevin Conroy to show up, it's like, hey dude, we need to do some voice work for a fucking hotel room laser tag challenge. Do you think he's gonna bring an A game?
I would disagree. I would say it's more Daedric Bader having to hold in his shit.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like he really is in a rush about just it's like, oh god, I need to get the... He puts his voice really deep in the sync, which is like, oh man, I gotta hold it in.
I gotta find a telephone booth. But that's Superman. I know, that's the joke.
I gotta hold it in. Just stop the Joker while I go over here and stop Bane. Just holding in a big shit.
Shit.
I kind of get reminded of Robot Chicken's Batman in a way.
Yeah. Hoop hoop rast.
Oh, is that one on the list? I haven't actually checked. I don't think he got Kevin Conroy to do Robot Chicken.
Nah. And also, I don't like to do the parody versions of them on this show.
We don't touch parodies. We don't touch that garbage.
Nah. I mean,
it's its own thing. We're not talking about that.
I mean, he still sounds fine. He's hardly the worst Batman I've heard throughout this month.
Absolutely.
There's just not much to really say about this. This again was just a quick paycheck type thing.
Something that's not about quick paychecks. We have Jason O'Mara from Justice League War.
Witnesses spotted this thing trying to plant some kind of bomb downtown. When the cops confronted it, it spewed fire from its mouth. Except shut up, apparently. I'm not a vampire. What's this do? No buttons. I assume it works off concentration. You weren't concentrating.
The thing about Jason O'Mara is, Jason O'Mara has been voicing Batman and stuff. Well, this is his first introduction as Batman, but he would continue being Batman in Son of the Batman, Nightwing and Robin, Justice League, Throne of Atlantis, Batman vs. Robin, Batman Bad Blood, Batman Justice League vs. the Teen Titans. He would continue for a good and new movie coming out called Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. He held Bruce Wayne for 6 years straight.
I actually forgot they did an adaptation of Death of Superman and the Reign of the Superman.
Also, Batman Hush. Yeah, no, he's consecutively been Batman for 6 straight years, and I mean literally straight years.
Yeah,
he's still doing stuff.
Yeah, he's been the go-to Batman for DC's current cinematic universe, which I believe they're just killing everyone off for Dark Apocalypse War.
Yeah, which is a good thing because, hey, more Justice League. Which means more Justice League means more Flash, which means more Flash interactions, which means I'm happy.
Also, again, just like McKidd, an Irish guy, or at least a guy from around that area,
UK.
Around the UK, having those strong, thick accents, not only coming to doing a great American accent, but also makes it sound unique.
And iconic.
I'm not feeling it too... I don't know. What would you describe it? He's kind of nasally in a way?
It sounds more like a Shakespearean kind of performance. And I like that in Batman. It's a good twist. Because the way he goes at it, you have Kevin Conroy who's reading a script and then making it a radio drama. And then you have Daedric Bader being, classic old cartoon. And then you have McKidd having like that action movie, but not over-the-top action movie voice. And Jason O'Mara being a Shakespearean play.
Okay. I haven't seen a lot of these. I've seen Son of Batman,
seen them all.
That's it.
I've seen them all. He gives a very, I would say, kind of Shatner-like. He does pause to give like time to build anticipation, but it's
but he's not quite Shatner of like.
Yeah, but no. The thing about Shatner is Shatner doesn't know how to space things and then segue into other things like.
My mind.
Yeah, like
blink.
Like the way
into the darkness.
Like the way I've been talking right now. It sounds very natural, but it also allows people to understand what I'm saying. And that's how he just has this constant flow of how someone who's analyzing a situation would analyze a situation, talking as he's going. Instead of thinking of everything beforehand and then explaining it all at once. It's a good flow.
Yeah, really trying to explain his point to these people.
I mean, I'm just defending my opinion.
Dad, you seen any of these?
No, I didn't even know those existed, and I'm kind of curious, mostly because I really want to know if they actually improve on the original comic, which, if you haven't read the original comic, it's not that good. For a literal Death of Superman, it's kind of a dumb fight.
Isn't that the one where Batman has like a Krypton spear and literally spears him?
Yeah, no, that's part of it because that's where they looked at it from for Batman v Superman. But the Reign of the Superman was kind of interesting, even though the mystery was like, oh, gee, which one of these 4 random guys is actually Superman? And it turns out none of them were, and then one of them was like fucking Brainiac mixed together with another robot guy. It was dumb. But it was kind of interesting because it's basically the writers throwing ideas at the wall and seeing what stuck, and that's how we got Steel.
Steel.
Hey, talking about comic book adaptations, going back to Flashpoint
no.
Paradox real fast.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer in the animated version where, spoilers, Batman just shoots Zoom in the head as opposed to him stabbing him with the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, but where does that sword come from? Does that come from anywhere?
Thomas Wayne's fencing sword.
Okay, that's kind of lame.
Alfred taught Bruce how to fence, and he would practice with Thomas as a recreational thing.
I mean, I can kind of see that.
They're rich people. Fencing is their thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Fencing and badminton.
I mean,
no.
Him using...
Scratch that. Great minton.
I mean, him using guns is definitely edgy, but it definitely helps comparing to how shitty the world is, and also just to separate it from Batman, where it's just like, he's so, like, Batman still believes that there is some good in the world, whereas Thomas Wayne here does not give a fuck.
I would also like to bring up that in the past, there has been an iteration of Batman where he has used a battle axe. I call that the Battle Axe.
Cool. Shoutouts to the Scottish and Irish voice actors having the most Scottish and Irish names that you could possibly think of.
Kevin McKidd, Jason O'Mara.
Yeah, so good.
Kevin McKidd, Jason O'Mara. And now, an Irish-sounding name that's not an Irishman, Will Arnett from the Lego movie.
Relax, everybody, I'm here. Batman! What's up, babe?
Babe!
What?
Oh, sorry, Batman. This is Emmett. Emmett, this is my boyfriend, Batman.
I'm Batman. Hey, babe. What? Let's hold hands. Yeah, but it's gonna look really cool. Yeah, but according to your precious instructions, this ship needs a hyperdrive. We don't have that part.
Maybe we could find one.
What do you think? A spaceship is just gonna appear out of the blue? Are you kidding me? The same bit? Babe, look. If this relationship is ever gonna work between us, I need to feel free to party with a bunch of strangers whenever I feel like it.
It just sounds like a parody Daedric Bader. That's all I'm saying. I can't really say anything about it.
No, I've watched the Lego Batman movie and I fucking loved it.
I think it's okay.
I don't like Lego adaptations.
Really? You didn't even like the first one?
No.
Wow. See, I liked the first one.
I like Bionicles, and I like Lego City.
Hey, Father, I'm gonna need a new co-host. You think you can take up that mantle?
Yeah, I think I got this. Wait, where do you stand on Lego Movie Part 2?
Haven't seen it.
Okay,
well, looks like it's time for me to branch off and create VoiceCasters Dark.
Quick review for Lego Movie Part 2. Really good actual twist ending at the end. Actually dives into the, well, I dare say the psychology, quote-unquote, of the situation. And it's basically a quick deconstruction of Chris Pratt movies as a general whole. I loved it. So, otherwise, the movie itself was okay. Like, it was like, yeah, that's serviceable. Like, I rented it, and it was like, I didn't feel like I wasted my time.
If you don't know, Will Arnett is also the voice of BoJack Horseman, the missing link from Monsters vs. Aliens, and the Ghost Rider from Danny Phantom.
I actually forgot about the Danny Phantom thing. Holy crap.
That was one episode that no one remembers.
Well, then again, I barely remember Monsters vs. Aliens, so I can't help you on that one either.
There's got to be one... me neither, but there's got to be one person who's like, that's my favorite movie.
That's like that with anything.
With Cockroach Scientist.
He was also a writer from Wander Over Yonder. He likes playing guys that ride things.
I mean, it's cool.
What does that mean?
It doesn't mean anything. He likes to ride things. There's no hidden meaning there.
You know, Batman's doing this whole cocky, I'm hot shit thing, which is kind of what Will Arnett does pretty well already. It's been a while since I've seen the Lego Batman movie. I saw it when it came out with my family. There was this one joke where it's like the Joker unleashes all the villains from the Phantom Zone, and the Daleks were a part of it randomly, and so the Joker's like going down like, okay, this is Lord Voldemort, and this is Godzilla, and these guys, your nerd friends will tell you. And so I was there in order to take up the mantle for my family to be like, oh, those guys are from Doctor Who.
Yeah, so, okay, I like that joke, because it was like, we just got a bunch of random fucking WB stuff you can just toss in there for the joke of it. It's like, alright, fine, this is actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
I laughed. I mean, there's the one dumb joke that I still love the most, and it's like, Alfred shows him in a Batman costume, and he's like, what are you doing? And he's just like, I love the 60s.
Something I feel like that we need to address with Will Arnett voicing this type of Batman, which has not been done before. There are not very many times where Batman is like this kind of really taking advantage of the whole I'm rich and spoiled angle. Does this work with Batman?
I remember getting into an argument with someone over Batman, and there were people like, I like seeing Batman be a spoiled rich kid, and I'm like, I don't like seeing Batman be a spoiled rich kid, because that's really fucking tropey in the bad way. And then again, tropes aren't always bad. Tropes are often good things because they're good points of reference. It's just people use tropes as a bad no-no word, which then in themselves makes them the trope of the trope user.
So I guess you're not okay with this?
I don't like Lego parodies. I like Lego originals, but I don't like Lego parodies.
So just the blocks themselves?
I love parody, but this kind of parody, it doesn't sound original. It sounds like jokes that we've made in the past.
It's okay, Ankh. You could just admit that your parents were killed by Lego blocks when you were a child.
Nah. Stroke took care of one of mine.
Oh.
Speaking of something that has been done before, though, we are once again talking about DC Super Friend, but not the 2009 version that we brought up before. No, this is the series of shorts from 2015, where Batman is voiced by Mark Gagliardi.
Maybe you didn't notice, Robin. Joker doesn't take anyone seriously. We're a long way from Metropolis. Nothing I can't handle on my own, with Robin's help. I appreciate your candor, but if the treasury is anywhere in Gotham, I'll find it. I know my city inside and out. Every corner of every dark alley.
Maybe they're hiding it in the French Quarter.
Robin, we don't have a French Quarter.
Who, on Cartoon Network, was a major prolific voice actor in The Venture Brothers, where he's Enzo and Rocco,
oh my
Black
God,
Maria,
yes.
Stars and Garters, The Ram Burglar,
Oh my God, this is amazing.
The Ram Burglar.
This is my jam here, guys.
I just got it.
God, this is win. It's a great pick.
Oh, I loved Enzo. He was Rocco. That's the best part to me.
I like this the sample that they used for like the first clip. There's something you don't understand, Robin. The Joker doesn't take anyone seriously. God, that's fucking such a Venture Brothers thing to say.
Yeah. See, if you haven't noticed, we very much like the Venture Brothers.
I like it too. I need to watch more of it though.
Hope
we should just do a watch it. We should just do a full watch through.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'd be down for that.
One of these days we will persuade Adult Swim to actually fucking fund the next season.
They're trying. If there's one thing Adult Swim has been good with, it's being loyal to what made them them.
Except for Metalocalypse, they've already said they're not doing any more with that.
Well, no, it's because the creators of Metalocalypse want to separate themselves from Metalocalypse.
Well, they
the 3 guys who created the show and write the music. Yeah, 3 guys, not 5.
I know, but there was a joke about it because they're gonna do a big announcement about Metalocalypse, and they kind of over to it, and it's literally a fax machine that they fucking drunk jump from the basement, feeding right into a garbage can. Because the whole joke was like, Adult Swim really doesn't care, guys. Stop sending your emails.
Didn't that become a meme?
Probably. And I think the worst part is that Adult Swim really needs to step up the game for... This is personal gripes, and I hate to get this out on a Batman podcast, but they really need to step up their games for getting this stuff on the Blu-rays and stuff, because the original Metalocalypse DVDs nowadays are incredibly expensive.
Well, yeah, because Adult Swim short prints their fucking DVDs.
Well, do a Blu-ray run, damn it.
No, they'll even short run those. Because Adult Swim doesn't actually make the stuff. They're just They're the whole, look, we're not the creators. We're the host, the production company. If you want the stuff, go bother the creators.
That sounds like such an Adult Swim thing to do, just kind of it's like when my mom is screaming at my brothers to be like, who did take out the trash? And then my brother's just like, not me, go ask Justin.
Then again, they've also made several jokes like that in their bumpers, where it's like, please send all fan mail to this address, and it's literally a fucking dump. And then and then it will show like geo maps of the area, and it's a fucking cesspool or a cesspit.
So I'm actually looking at the list right now, and I'm trying not to laugh because one of the ads that popped up is just for some sort of really weird hentai game.
What?
Wait, what?
Google's weird, man. I'm telling you that now.
Wait, is this a random pop-up ad that you're looking at?
Yeah, but I was probably got to look more about the DC Super Friends, like one of the middle ads they put up there. I was like, some sort of hentai game.
I believe it. It was probably the fucking... It's probably this fucking... The fucking shitty ones where it just reuses the Flash animation, but like repeated frames and like phoned in moaning. Drawn sex. That's the term. Drawn sex.
Okay, so what you're not mentioning here about DC Super Friends is the fact that apparently Superman is voiced by Jotaro, and I think we should talk about that.
Yeah, Matt Mercer.
The stuff of legends!
The fucking bland man himself.
Yee Hari Darze.
I mean, but
okay,
let's be real. Wally Wingert as Green Lantern as Hal Jordan.
No, fuck you. Johnny Young Bosch is Dick Grayson. Johnny fucking Young Bosch, man. Come on.
He does good. I do think the Batman does well too.
Or, how about we bring up Dana Snyder as the Penguin? Master Shake as the Penguin. It makes sense.
I want to meet him.
Also, Gaspacho.
Amazing.
I'm sorry, but Dana's my favorite Dana Snyder performance is still Todd from Code Monkeys.
I don't see how you can ever top the Alchemist, man.
My friend was telling me how he met Dana Snyder. Yeah, Dana Snyder right in time. Wow.
Snyder. There's no schn. It's just Snyder.
Dana Snyder one time at a con where he just had a whole bunch of these. Everyone just like, okay, all you guys just sit up on the stage. So my friend did it, and then afterwards, my friend was talking to someone about Dana Snyder about just like, I don't know, he was kind of rude up there, blah blah blah. And then meanwhile, Dana Snyder is right behind him listening.
Nice.
He's just like, oh, I'm rude, am I? Just making a whole big deal about it.
I would too.
Okay, I'm just looking at.
I'm a firm believer of the talk shit, get hit action.
It was really funny because it's just my friend just takes it. He always has this big grin on his face about just.
Also, Richard Epcar, Solomon Grundy.
Good Batman though. I actually
Great Batman.
I like it very much. Channels Conroy. I'm surprised because you don't hear this guy at all. Just like besides Venture Brothers, there's not much, but it still is good.
It is a good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to do some soul searching for the next one because we're talking about the video game Soul Hunters.
Now, here's the thing. This is probably it's a stupid mobile game. I think it's a mobile game, right? Looks like a mobile game.
I guess.
Or it's like it's one of those auto rollers. D&D did it when it was like the characters walk and then you idly kill shit. And holy shit! This is so unremarkable. But you have people like Wendy Lee, Christina Valencia, Todd Haberkorn, Vic Mignogna, Stephanie Sheh,
Matt Mercer voicing like
Jessica
3,
Reshke,
5, 7 characters that I can see.
I saw the art of this, and I
Batman
swear to God, I thought it was a League of Legends spinoff.
It's not.
It kind of is. It's got a lot of characters from. A lot of the characters look like they're from League of Legends or Dota.
Explain to me why Batman's in this.
Because they did a crossover.
Like, why? Like, how do you just like, hey, you know what Batman great in? A fucking random game that looks like your generic Western RPG for esports.
No, it's just an auto scroller. It's just an idle game. It's not even an RPG. It's just an idle game.
Yeah, and the guy who's voicing Batman, Brian Stivale, not very remarkable either.
I am justice. I am the night. I am Batman.
Well, I mean, I would assume so if it's just gonna be the whatever equivalent of a freaking DLC game.
Only other noticeable thing was he voiced Venom in the Marvel's Avengers Academy.
He goes so freaking deep.
Now, he has a really good Venom voice, but it literally sounds like he's trying to do the Kevin Conroy and is just constantly choking himself with like vice. Like that one scene from Archer where Krieger and Cheryl, he's like, I can't be choked because you have those tiny little baby hands, which I thought that would be kind of hot, but it's not. And then he shows her a fucking machine that's basically a fucking compressor.
It really does just sound like, okay, try to make your voice sound deep. Okay, here I am. I'm making it sound deep. I have vengeance.
Deeper.
Like he's about to just spit out his own tongue. I'm surprised that we're not having more voice clips where it actually has the line, I am vengeance, I am the night.
I mean, that is kind of just the prototypical thing to say.
Yeah, I know. This is such a mobile game thing just to... Okay, what's the most cliche,
iconic,
most well-known line from this character? Okay, let's do that. Cool.
On the moon.
Boop, boop, doo-doo.
No, I am the night.
Okay, we done the joke.
Now it's time for the real joke.
Yeah, Troy Baker.
As from Batman, the Telltale series.
Lucius, it's Bruce. He's not here. Damn it. I'm going to search for clues. Stairs leading up, cement walls. We're in a basement. Alfred's trying to look at things that might give us a clue to where he's being held. Okay, looks like we've seen all there is to see in this frame. Let's move on to Alfred's next signal.
There's blood on the walls. I'm going to see what I can find. The blood hasn't congealed yet. This is where they had Alfred. Where they beat him. It's some kind of torture chamber. Shackles, belts, blood.
What?
Vicky. She was kept down here. Locked away.
Who could do that to their child?
I'm beginning to understand.
Now, let me know. To talk about Troy Baker's his performance.
Oh, Will, wake up! Wake up! There's waffles. Can I punch him? Is that how this works?
Can't wait to get a mouthful of waffles.
So do we bring out the other? Yeah. Oh God, that ad is back again, guys.
Anyways, it's Troy Baker. To quote Lyle McDouchebag on this, the rich white rises. Which, by the way, this is a Batman series where Batman's not even the main character. It's about a fucking she-bitch Harley and her gay whipped subordinate Joker. No, we're seriously like they portray this version of the Joker as this just this really meek, weak, obsessed man-crushed man-child with no spine. It's so fucking bad.
Yeah, Father, the idea of this Telltale game to change the perspective of these two's relationship is to literally switch their roles and their personality to being exactly what the other one is. Harley's a lot more manic and just willing to do crazy shit, and Joker's just the weak bitch boyfriend.
So you mean like the Harley Quinn TV show, season 2?
Oh, worse than that. Here, Pops, I'm gonna send you a picture of what the Joker in this looks like.
No, wait, I was thinking that was actually funny, though.
While you're doing that, I'm just gonna go over... So, Troy Baker, he plays a lot of main characters, very very bland-ass main characters. Known for voicing the Joker, having a pretty good voice of that. But funnily enough, his voicing of Batman, up until Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle just a year ago, all that he's done has been Lego versions of Batman.
Okay, I hate to interrupt, but I'm looking at the photo that Will just sent me, and he looks like that one teenager from your high school that tries to do the Joker because he thinks he's edgy, and he looks like a total.
No, he looks like a whipped bitch. He looks like a.
I mean, yeah.
He looks like a real fucking whipped. Like this is the face of a man who has had all of the masculinity sucked out of him, and now he's a subservient fucking crawling isopod.
I mean, again, Harley Quinn season 2, but except that was funny.
Oh no, the Harley in this is the mega bitch. Like
he had a massive rant during our Harley Quinn episode.
Like we're talking. It's not, honey, it's time for your 4 p.m. dick stomping. It's you're late for your 4 p.m. dick stomping. It's 3 o'clock. You're late for your 4 p.m. dick stomping. That's so bad. This game is just bad.
It's just the Batman's boring. It's
because Batman is supposed to be the telltale blank slate.
Yeah,
was there?
There's nothing to it. At least Nolan North, his niche is to have the white guys with kind of the sense of humor, kind of the quippiness to them. Troy Baker is just having a main character blank slate fuckhead.
A typical white guy.
Also, I just like the idea that his only exposure as Batman, for the most part, has been the Lego stuff. It's just so funny to me that it's just like, Troy Baker is still sitting at the kids' table at Thanksgiving. And every now and again, they humor him by letting him sit at the adult table.
I have clearly lost my train of thought because of your rambling. Oh wait, I think I'm right now. It's just a quick thought of, were there any good Telltale games?
The Wolf Among Us. King's
People
Quest.
Like Walking Dead.
King's Quest.
Well, I wouldn't.
That
count
wasn't
King's
Telltale,
Quest.
was it?
Yeah.
No, that was Gearbox.
No, that was a Telltale series.
Hang on, let me check.
That was a Telltale series because it had the same fucking decision. The whole decision thing.
Well, it started as Sierra. Who made? Yeah.
Well, yeah, it started as
Gentleman.
Sierra, but they had but the game where it was basically,
Wait,
it was basically
no,
King.
I remember it now.
It was King Graham's granddaughter asking him,
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's a Telltale game.
Developed by the Odd Gentleman.
So there's a story behind the Odd Gentleman, and I'll make it as fast as possible. So Odd Gentleman was a company that was hired by Andrew Hussey to make the Homestuck game.
Oh, that one.
So the story goes that Odd Gentleman took the money, ran, and used it to make King's Quest.
Good. Good for him.
Okay, look. Say what you want about that. It's about as shitty as when Gearbox basically took the Aliens money and made Borderlands 2 out of it.
Yeah, good. Borderlands 2 was actually good.
Nah.
Gage broke the game, though. I love Gage. And then they removed her from the canon, and that makes me mad.
That's dumb. Why would you do that?
Because they needed to give another character a spotlight in 3.
But that's dumb.
Yeah, it is dumb. Speaking of fucking dumb, Teen Titans Go to the movies! Jimmy canceled. I mean Jimmy Kimmel.
What's your mother's name? Martha. My mommy's name is Martha, too. Wait, what's your father's name?
Jonathan?
Mine's Thomas.
I haven't seen this movie, but I heard it's decent.
Will, what do you think about it? I know that you were a defender of Teen Titans Go back in the day.
I still defend it as a parody show, but the movie was a fucking... The movie was... Teen Titans Go did parody right. Well, I mostly get off on people fucking... It's not the fact that, you know, Teen Titans fans are some of the biggest fucking man-children to ever exist, and watching them... Justin, do the baby cry.
It's too silly. It's not what I wanted as a child. Yeah, basically.
It's good hearing that. It just fills me with a sadistic joy hearing that. But it's a funny show because Robin's not really like that. Beast Boy. Yes, they are. You're only paying attention. You do the same thing that Naruto fans do. You only pay attention to the highlights.
Okay, there are only highlights in Naruto though.
The same shit that people give like Totally Spies and fucking Martin Mystery shit for, those fucking wannabe anime moments. It's nothing but that! With the fucking going to chibi size, then having little, like, thought bubble things. It's nothing but that in action scenes. Yes, Raven had good arc. Yes, Robin had good scenes. But everything in between those good scenes is just utter anime weeb trash and
but you gotta remember,
segues.
Will, you gotta remember, it's what they grew up with, so don't challenge that.
Yeah, and I grew up with the Teen Titans comics.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All right, can I just start with this because I have a bit to say about this?
Yeah, go for it.
Go ahead.
Okay, main action subject of my argument. Why the fuck is it Jimmy Kimmel? Of all people.
Why the fuck is it Jimmy Kimmel?
Okay. Nicolas Cage is Superman. Which
that
is
makes
a reference
sense.
Because Nicolas Cage was originally going to be Superman, as hilarious as that was. What the fuck has Jimmy Kimmel ever done related to Batman? Does he do a good Batman impression? What is it? I don't even know. If someone like Jimmy Fallon was here to other late night hosts, then that might make sense that they're kind of doing a bit. But it's just so fucking random to. I mean, just like if you wanted to do the Superman thing, just like Nicolas Cage voicing Superman, then there are other actors that you could reference who almost played Batman. I'm looking at a list right now. Jake Gyllenhaal, Johnny Depp, Keanu Reeves, Bill Murray. Can you imagine Bill Murray being Batman in this movie?
Absolutely!
No, that sounds really dumb, I'm not gonna lie. Like,
that's what I'd like about it. It wouldn't make sense.
That's the point!
But, okay, so I have a theory, and this is just me pulling straight out of my butt here. So, think of another late-night talk show host that also played a superhero character in a children's property.
Conan. Flaming Sea.
I was gonna say Jay Leno, but yes.
Oh, you're talking about the Crimson Chin.
Yes.
I'd like that.
No, but that's probably the joke, is that they've already done this bit before.
Batman's chin is huge in this, too.
Yeah, it's his face is like 80% chin. I would also like to point out, Nicolas Cage's youngest son voices a young Bruce Wayne, and the son's name is Kal-El Cage.
I was going to bring that up. What a dumbass. What the hell, man?
Hey, the kid likes Superman. He likes Superman.
I mean, at least when Robin Williams named his kid Zelda, at least it still sounds like a name, you know? It's not like Kanye West calling his fucking kid Northwest.
Or fucking Elon Musk. You remember that?
What did he call it?
I seriously can't recall, but apparently someone claimed that if you translate it correctly using a various series of methods, that it'll be Kyle.
Yeah. It's literally Kyle.
Yeah, it's like, my god, white people were ruining names for years, and Elon just took it to the next fucking level.
Also, this movie has the most convoluted parody thing. You've got fake Slade, played by Shia LaBeouf, played by James Arnold Taylor.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I kind of want to go see the movie now just on that joke alone.
Yeah, no, it's Slade, but it's not really Slade. It's Shia LaBeouf, but it's not Shia LaBeouf. It's James Arnold Taylor, so Titus is playing Shia LaBeouf playing Slade. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk!
You really want to make me want to watch this movie now. Thanks a lot.
I mean, other than fucking Jimmy Kimmel, Why Are You Fucking Here, and Lil Yachty actually doing a pretty good Jon Stewart.
I mean, what else makes sense?
No. Go back, Will. The fuck?
Yeah, they had Lil Yachty voice Jon Stewart, Green Lantern.
Oh, I thought you meant Jon Stewart as in the talk show host comedian. I was very confused. I was like, why the fuck is Jon Stewart here?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Please let us have Jon Stewart playing Jon Stewart.
Wait, why don't we have that?
God, that would... Jon Stewart, yes?
No, let's have Samurai Jack. Let's have Phil LaMarr play a Japanese guy interacting with a black guy voiced by a white guy because they had the same name. please? Can we do that, please?
Unfortunately, that wouldn't even work nowadays because it's like, why is a white guy playing a black guy?
I am not getting into that argument today, guys. That's a different podcast.
Yay.
All right, then you agree to do it on your podcast.
Oh, God.
I'll be home. I'll be there next week. I'll bring snacks.
Also, this had the fucking voice of Anna, Kristen Bell, playing Jade, who's not Slade, but is Jade.
Oh, is that the joke? Have you seen this movie?
Yes.
Okay. You said that. Sorry.
Yar, being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Does that mean I can go to bed now?
Yeah, it's bad. It's Dad's bedtime. It's Bad's dead time.
Well, you're terrible at this, guys.
Absolutely.
Alright, you come up with a segue now, Mr. Host Man.
Oh wait, well we need to do our worst, our best, worst, and weirdest.
So I guess I will go first on this one here. And I will still argue, and you guys can fight me on this one, the best out of this bunch is still Will Arnett. Because I still like his Lego Batman levels of performance.
Mine's Kevin McKidd.
For the best?
Best, Kevin McKidd.
Okay.
Worst, Kimmel. Weirdest, I'm gonna give it to Anthony. As a good weird.
You know, I haven't heard Kimmel's voice yet, so I don't know about it worst. Personally,
it sounds like Jimmy Kimmel.
It's literally the "What's your mother's name?" a joke that will be outdated in like 5 years.
Is that doing this? What's your mother's name?
What did you say that?
My mother's name was Martha too.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to call my bad one though. I mean, I'd still go with Baker because boring is something I'm gonna forget. Because at least Kimmel, I will remember that probably. Because I will always remember the bad Batman voice.
I see what you did there. Troy Baker is weird because I tend to forget him, and you'll remember that. Yeah, basically, you said no one will remember that, and it's a Telltale game.
Oh. Oh, shit.
It's a ghost.
Oh,
I see what you did there.
I actually did not mean that joke, so okay, I'll...
Alright. Best is McKidd, worst is Baker, because it's so fucking boring, and weirdest is Kimmel.
Yeah, I would say Kimmel's more weird, and I will remember that weird more than anything else. Because, I mean, that Batman voice is bad, but I will always remember it the same way that I will always remember the Batman... Like the Batman Begins, where are the other drugs? Kind of voice. I will always remember that.
I hate these kind of meme voices where it's like, professionals choose Batmans just to gravitate to those, like, where do the other drugs go? Or something like that. When are they going to stop making Bane do the Tom Hardy thing?
I think it was like the original Batman animated series, but they get more with the Latin American accent. Yeah, I love that. Now, on the other hand, Harley Quinn show really...
Because he's a luchador.
The Tom Hardy joke voice, and that's still funny to me. Because he's trying to be serious, and he's feeling miserably.
Okay, because that's irrelevant, though, because Kite Man is the thing. Kite Man is awesome.
Okay.
I like Kite Man.
I don't know how that... How do you make me care about Kite Man? I'm still curious about how the hell
because he's an underdog, and he's so positive.
He is the underdog.
And because he's so positive about, just like, yeah, I'm awesome. I fly a kite. I love it. It's so charming that you can't not hate him.
He uses his arch nemesis' fucking weapon, and it's really hot sauce.
What's that one thing in the Harley Quinn show where, like, Poison Ivy and Kite Man are having a talk, and he's like, I can understand the pressures of having powers, like, say, being able to control plants, or flying a kite. And Ivy's just like, it's so cute that you think that flying a kite is a power.
I would love to see them be a thing, but I also understand that they are a toxic relationship, and Ivy has a lot of growing up to do if she's going to be with Kite Man. And I hope to see them back together once she learns her priorities.
It would be nice, because I
do like them.
I think even Ivy realized that she may not always like the idea of the equivalent of sitting in your pajamas watching, Netflix or whatever for hours on end like Kite Man does, but I think she kind of...
She appreciates his simplicity.
Yeah. And I think that's what she needs. And I know she likes Harley's...
She needs a grounding.
Yeah. I know she likes Harley's attempts to be more grounded, but she also does kind of like the weird eccentricities of Harley.
She's batshit insane and is not good grounding, but ironically, the most grounded person is the man who flies a kite.
Oh, Father, does Harley kill people? Yes or no?
Does she kill people?
Do you believe it's in her character to kill with no remorse?
Opportunistically kill people.
Oh yeah, no.
Thank
absolutely.
you! Oh no, she was fucking some of your fucking kids were like, no, she wouldn't kill without reason. No, I don't think she would kill people. No, she fucking murks people all the time.
Yeah, really bitch cowardly answers.
I mean, especially with the Harley Quinn show, especially with that more new 52, the 52 Rebirth, I think they're calling it now. This newer version of Quinn, especially,
someone's like,
is a little more
no,
chaotic.
she wouldn't hurt women or children. No, she'd fucking kick a bitch in the pussy and steal a kid. She'd cunt punch someone and then steal a kid's balloons because she fucking felt like it.
Okay, maybe not a kid as much. I think even she was like, I don't know, that's kind of even me.
No. Even in the fucking original thing that she showed up in, when she went off on her own, she took Poison Ivy with her. She stole a kid's fucking balloons.
Okay, stealing a balloon is one thing. I mean, like, punching a kid. It's like, I think even Ivy would stop there.
No.
You don't think that?
No.
All right, then.
She threatened a kid, and she would put... Dude, we gotta remember, Ivy doesn't care about humans!
Okay, yeah, that's true.
If a kid's being a little shit, she'll fucking feed them to her plants.
So, speaking of Ivy and Harley Quinn show, are we just never going to talk about the Vor thing, or...
No!
Or the weird
Save that for Father After Dark.
or the weird giantess thing? It's like...
Let's save that for Father After Dark. This is the voice cast, not the fetish cast.
They literally paid somebody to draw somebody's fetish in the show, is what I'm saying.
Look. whatever they... I'm not one to tell money, to tell money what not to spend their people on, but... Don't do that.
Should I watch season 2? I'm almost done with season 1.
Stay for Kite Man. No, seriously, someone I know actually got really depressed about the whole Kite Man Ivy thing. I'm like, stay strong for Kite Man.
Yeah, no, Kite Man is great, like, and I love it.
Kite Man is the best character on the show.
Fly high for Kite Man.
Yeah.
Fly high.
So, before you end the podcast tonight, I have a suggestion that we all try to do our best.
Ending? What are you talking about? We're going for another 2 hours.
You guys have fun with that.
So yeah, do our best what?
Do your best Nicolas Cage impersonation.
Hi, I'm Nicolas Cage. How are you today?
That is awful. Just like Nicolas Cage. Will, what do you got?
Pops. Your turn, Pops.
No, it's your turn. I suggested you go first.
You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z!
That's not bad. I get the reference too, so I appreciate the effort. That's a Nicolas Cage impression I want. I want the stupid.
He loves the stupid too. Nicolas Cage is my favorite actor of all time.
Have you guys ever seen the movie Knowing?
I know of it.
I am knowing of knowing. And I'm knowing that Father is knowing of knowing.
Yes.
It's so stupid. I watched this scene where, if you guys don't know, this is about Nicolas Cage finding a list of numbers where it's like it shows when people are gonna die, where the location of it, and how many people are gonna die. And there's a scene where a subway crash happens out of nowhere. It just slightly changes the tracks on the subway, and all of a sudden, it just goes completely off the rails, literally, and crashing into everybody just while they're underground. It's like the most absurd thing that I've ever seen.
He changed the numbers, and then they recalculated, and then it added more numbers. Whether this was an act of intention or unintention is completely up to the Cagean mystery.
Of Nicolas Cage.
I choose.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us for Batman Month, and thank you, Fandom Father, for sticking around with our BS for 3 out of 4 of these. Where can people find your stuff, man?
Yeah, sorry for not being for that third one there. I was busy having a life, and by having a life, I mean being on my first date in, like, years, so...
We already established this. It was the dick measuring contest.
No, that was something else entirely. That was a whole different other date.
No, the date was the dick measuring contest.
No, that's...
Yeah, Fandom Father's gay, just in case you guys want to know.
Actually, he's... I don't want to explain for him.
I prefer, how does the old phrase go? Sausages and clams?
He's a man who likes the surf and the turf.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's a good one. I gotta remember that one. That's really good. So for my actual work, though, you can find me on Facebook.com/SpyFan413. I'm under the title of The Fandom Father on Facebook and Twitter. You can find me on my Instagram at Cordial Harlequin. I also have my own Patreon with the same title that I use donated money for to buy more artwork and to give out games on the occasion. Support me there. You can support me on the Facebook. I have my own Discord channel, the Fandom Family, you can check out. And you can find my own Real Dad Hours podcast. The first couple episodes are now on SoundCloud under the Fandom Father title, and the rest will be uploaded to Patreon a week early.
And remember, if Dad offers up a bunch of video keys, only take one. Don't be a shit.
Yeah, please. Look, I literally, all the money I get, I mean, the last time I did one of these Humble Bundle deals, I just got a shit ton of money from somebody. They're like, hey, here, Dad, I was going to buy you a game. I was like, cool, I can't play the game, so just give me the money, and I'm just going to give away all these keys. And someone was being a dick, and they took like 5 of them, and tried giving up, like, coercing. That was like, hey, if you do this thing for me, I'll give you the key. And I was like, fuck you, ban. My fans are dicks sometimes. I love them.
Yeah. That's why I'm the task manager.
That's
around the place.
Never do that again.
And even at that, I get fucking. I get scoffed at by them.
Yeah, because they don't take you seriously like they do me for whatever fucking reason.
I do my job. I do my job as a moderator on your server because I love you and I want to see the community thrive. Just know everything I do is a labor of love.
Okie dokie, artichoke. I think that'll do it then.
And if you want to continue to see our label, fuck.
Good job. You've ruined everything.
And we have to start over now. Everyone, we're back to ground zero.
God.
No. You're staying the fuck awake, Father.
Oh man.
Anyway, if you guys want to continue to see our labor of love, first of all, thank you so much if you guys stuck around for all 4 parts of our Batman month. Thank you. We really appreciate you and everything you do. And we highly recommend you down in the comments to tell us your best, worst, and weirdest from this week and all the other weeks probably. Give us a 5-star, like, comment, and all the usual kind of stuff on our YouTubes, our iTunes. You can follow us on social medias @TheVoiceCast, at Twitter @TheVoiceCast1, and on all your favorite podcast platforms at anchor.fm/voicecasters. I've been Justin.
I've been Will, and with us, the Phantom Father.
Hello, that is I am the dad.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Ta-da!